Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to episode 28 of Scott's Minecraft Adventures. Today, we're going to be working on a few projects. You can hear the slimes in the walls. They are quite annoying, as always. I'm doing a little bit of prep here down inside the tree farm, which we haven't been to in quite some time inside our LP series. I am harvesting wood for the first project that we are going to be working on today, which is a stable. Yes, we're going to be building a stable upstairs for the sheep. I have some ideas for an undeveloped area that's just... let me get my bearings here. I believe it's over that way on the surface. But, yeah, so I'm just kind of doing some work here, harvesting trees. There's quite a bit of wood that we're going to be using to build this thing. It's going to be basically a large open-air barn that's going to have stalls for all of the colors of sheep. And then we are also going to have a large area in the middle to keep a large flock of white sheep. So it's going to be quite a project. I don't think we're going to get it done in a single episode, but I would like to at least start on it. There's also a number of other projects that we might touch on today if we have enough time. So I'm just going to go ahead and go in here and get all of our supplies, and I'll see you up on the surface. I'm currently inside the wall here for this room, and it appears that my alarm clock is going off. 1 second. I don't know if you guys heard that. So we're having all kinds of problems. I was coming down here to put away some things in the storage room, and I heard a cow in the wall. So for those of you who never watched the episode where I built this is what the guts of this thing looks like. It's all very, very simple circuitry left over from the old days of Minecraft. And look who I found. I can't reach him. I have dirt blocks, okay. I'm very sorry, my friend, but you do not belong in here. Good grief, that's kind of goofy. So anyway, I was just apparently he was one of the escapees from my my cow farm experiments and whatnot. Because I believe if we go up here, this should be... Yeah, over here is where the rails for the cow, the automatic cow breeder cooker thing, the motherboard from Doc M. That's where that is. So he wandered his way down here and got stuck a while ago, apparently. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and block this back up, and we'll go ahead and head to the surface and get started. Okay, so this is going to be the area where we have... Hello? What on earth? What? I am so thoroughly confused right now. Well then, it appears that baby zombies ride chickens now. Excellent. So this is where the barn is going to be. I'm going to try and stand as far away from all these guys as possible because they're making quite a bit of noise. So we need a fairly large area. I want to make the barn so that it's laid out starting here, making its way through this way, and then we're gonna have to fill in this area with dirt or something. Hello, giant hole. We're gonna have to fill it in with dirt, and the barn is going to make an L shape around this direction. So I built kind of like a mock-up in my creative world, so I'll go ahead and take you guys there so you can see exactly what this is gonna look like. Okay, so here we are. I did a number of experiments in terms of design. This is actually quite heavily based off of a design that was made by Abby, also known as Bizarre Jelly, on the Aircon server. So, shout outs to her for this design. I've kind of modified it for myself, it's going to look like this. It's going to be a 3x3 area with hay on the bottom, and it's going to be, I decided on oak and spruce wood. So this is basically what it's going to look like, and we're going to go ahead and go back and build that. So yeah, I just wanted to show you exactly how it's going to be laid out, because I felt like I didn't quite explain it adequately. Now, this isn't quite enough for all of the colored sheep, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to have a secondary area down underneath. So I think this will be a neat little project, and I'm excited to get working on it. So let's go ahead and get back into our survival world. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to start cutting down some of these trees. So I think I want the L shape to start over here and make its way over here. So we're probably going to have to remove these birch trees. So I'll go ahead and get started on that. Okay, so that's probably enough space to work with here. I think I want to go ahead and mark, I think, 5 blocks. So 3, 4, 5. There we go. So that'll be the distance between this retaining wall and the start of the farm. Oh, hello, sheep. So let's go ahead and do that. I believe I want 1, 2, 3. So we're going to go ahead and lay out the individual stalls here. Okay, so now we have everything all completely laid out. So the way this is going to work is that we have these 3 stalls here, 5 stalls here, and then this is going to be the space reserved for the staircase that goes down to the 2nd level. As the majestic black sheep surveys his domain, he is quite content. So this'll be a fun little project here. The thing is that I have all these sheep here, and I'm not quite sure how I want to handle this, because they're gonna make building kind of goofy, but I think we can manage. So first step, I think, is going to be to just build the basic outline here, and I realized that I didn't grab any hay to make the hay bales, so we're gonna have to go and take a break at some point and go do that. So we're going to need a lot of oak planks. So let's just go ahead and do that. We've got plenty of these guys here. We're going to need a lot of sticks as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a ton of these guys, because we're going to need a bunch of fence posts. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Okay, I'm still getting the hang of laying down multiple things at once, so pardon me. Okay, there we go. That should be adequate, I think. Okay, so let's go ahead and start laying everything down. So, what's new? Well, I'm trying to get back into a regular live streaming schedule. That's been kind of problematic, mostly because I just have been very busy. I am looking to get back into speedrunning the Wind Waker HD. I practiced some of that earlier today. Today is, in fact, Saturday. So that is on the horizon. I just realized that I actually don't want to place these here. Or rather, we want to place them like this. Perfect. Oh, the sheep are escaping. That's not good. No! Get back. Sorry. So I think this guy's just gonna be breakdancing on top of the fence post. Hey, get in there. Perfect. Okay, so now that we've thoroughly messed that up. Oh, he's just gonna be wandering around forever, I suppose. So let's go ahead and do that. I believe it was 2 like that. So yeah, I'm also going to be making a push for donations, both on Twitch itself in the form of live donations and for Patreon, because I have a lot of stuff that I want to do content-wise that I just simply cannot afford, which is unfortunate. The major thing is I want a 3DS capture card so that I can practice A Link Between Worlds on stream and also learn to speedrun it. That's a goal. And unfortunately, 3DS capture cards are quite expensive. They are $400. So I'm going to be live streaming a bunch to try and at least make some headway towards that goal. I also want to buy a much better version of Sony Vegas. Currently, I have Sony Vegas 11 Platinum, which is not a full version of Sony Vegas. And unfortunately, what that translates to is not being able to use my GPU to render video. And my GPU is quite good. My graphics card is a GTX 680 superclocked. So if I were to have a much better version of Vegas, it would quite literally cut my rendering times in half. So that is definitely something that I would like to get going. And that's going to cost, right now, about $200, and it might actually go up. So I'm not too optimistic about that. The other thing is PAX East. I am still planning on going to PAX East, and right now, with the way that my expenses are coming together, it's not looking promising. So, yeah. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be live streaming lots of Minecraft and lots of Wind Waker, hopefully. So I really want to get to the point where I can learn the tricks well enough that I can do full runs of the game, or at least do races, because those are always fun. But yeah, so I'm just going to finish this up here, and I'll see you guys very shortly. Okay, so here's what we've done so far. I have the basic outlines of the stalls done, and I also have the sheep completely enclosed off inside a new area, which was kind of difficult to do. Yeah, sheep, they're not the smartest animals. And unfortunately, it's very difficult to herd them when you don't have crops to lead them around, so yeah. So anyway, I want to probably go ahead and move on from this project for today. I think it's looking pretty good so far, but there's a lot more work that needs to be done, and I'm running short on time. So we're going to go ahead and move on to a different area, so I'll see you in a second. So here we are, real quick. I wanted to go ahead and demonstrate. You press this button, all the pigs come up, and then it's a frenzy. Let's see, are we still adding pigs together? Yep, that would appear to be it. And then when you're done, you just press that button, and they go back to being all nice and happy in their pen. So, there you go. One of the things that I want to do that we're not going to get to today, those are just glitching pigs. They're not actually there. They are inside here. One of the things that I want to do, but we're not going to get to today, is I want to make a hopper conveyor belt from this area here. This is underneath the farms, the farms that you see upstairs. I want to make a hopper conveyor belt that leads into that chest right there, so that we, when we harvest the carrots, 1 second please. Yeah, get wrecked. So when we harvest the carrots, namely these carrots over here, they will, instead of being taken down an old ice and water canal path to an area over that way, they are going to be redirected underneath, caught into a hopper chain, which will bring the carrots over here, which is where they need to be. Yeah, that's right, drown. I really, really hate slimes. I know I mention it all the time, but I really dislike them. Okay, so let me grab that little experience orb. Awesome. So that's one of the future projects. We're not going to work on that today. We are most likely going to move on to something else. So I'll see you shortly. Okay, guys, so unfortunately, I have pretty much run out of time today for recording. I have to get ready to go out for the evening. So, real quickly, instead of moving on to another project, I wanted to go ahead and lay out visually for you guys some of the things that I want to do, because while this may look like a very complete base, there's still a lot that needs to be done. First and foremost, something that you're not going to see physically, but that I want to talk about is, like a lot of people who do Minecraft Let's Plays, single player and multiplayer, I want to, of course, explore new terrain. I've been putting that off, but we need to get the new wood, we need to get all kinds of new stuff, and there's so much new stuff in the game that we're not getting access to by being here at this base. I made the decision that I didn't want to go ahead and start over in a new world because I really like this base and there's so much that I've yet to do that I want to do in here. So we're going to be sticking with this map. However, the compromise is that instead of just doing regular exploration, I'm eventually going to edit the metadata for this file, and oh, there goes my automatic harvester. We're going to make this an amplified map. All the current terrain is going to stay the same, but any new terrain that we generate is going to be of the amplified variety. So I figured that that would be a good addition, and I know a lot of people have done that already, including Etho and a bunch of others. So that is something that I want to do. And we're going to make a secondary base out in that location. Transportation in the Nether, of course, is going to have to link these two bases up, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. I don't know how far out I'm going to have to go to get to new terrain, though, because I've been playing on this map for quite some time. There have been a number of new terrain updates since I made this map in 1.3, so we'll have to play it by ear and see how that goes. So, first project that I want you to visualize, this guy. This was sort of an abandoned project. I decided that I wanted to focus on horses, but I've yet to find any horses in this world. I think I need to find some new terrain, actually. So, what I want to do instead of using this for long transportation is I kind of want to make this into a network of transportation within my base, which I think is going to be a really cool idea. I still want these two to go to where they currently go, because that was a lot of work laying them out, and I can get to these locations while still being underground, which is really nice. I don't have to go above ground. Now, these two over here, iron farm. No, we are not going... I want to build an iron farm eventually. However, we are going to be most likely taking this track, this future track, since there's nothing here yet, and we're going to put it inside a location in this base. Same goes for this one right here. I want one to go to the top here so that I have easy access from bottom to top to leave the base by the staircase that we built a couple episodes back. The other one, I haven't decided on a location. However, we are going to send that somewhere inside the base as well. So that's a future project, probably within the next few episodes. The next thing that I want to do is going to be upstairs. So I will see you guys in just a second. Alright, so we're back up top here. In addition to doing this sheep barn complex, I also... No! You have got to be kidding me. Oh no, he took out some of the leaves. I'll have to fix that later. I'm surprised he didn't take out more, though. That's kind of nice. Anyway, now I gotta be real careful. Yeah, just double checking around. So I want to build like a silo, like a grain silo, just for decoration. I figured that'd be kind of fun to add to the farm kind of feeling that we get here. Over in this direction, we're going to build a path out through this way, and we're going to have an area where we harvest large trees, like large 2x2 jungle trees, the new large spruce trees, the dark oak trees, all that good stuff. So I have something in mind visually that I can't really describe too well to you guys, but you're just going to have to wait and see what I have planned for that. Another project that I have in mind is, I said a very long time ago, like a year and a half ago, that I wanted to build some kind of artwork on the mountain that is no longer visible over there. I think I still want to do that, so I'll have to figure out what I want to build on there. I had feelings for a like a sculpture, like maybe something space related, like a rocket or a space shuttle getting ready for takeoff on top of the mountain. But yeah, that's something else that I have in mind. So, other projects. We're going to have to wander around a bit. The iron farm is still going to go above here. I'm probably going to put it up really high in the sky so that we get optimal spawn rates, but I do want to put it above here. And now that I think about it, we might make a minecart track all the way up there. But I'm still not sure. I'm still thinking things over. So we have a few more. Let's see. I also want to come up with an actual mob system. We're not even going to touch that anymore. It's just going to sit there and look pretty. But we need a regular mob system. And I think we might put that out at the new base in the new terrain. We need to reroute all the food collection places downstairs. Let's go down there for a second. We need to reroute all of those food collection systems. Currently, they are ice and water. As you can see, one lets out here. We need to reroute them using hoppers. That's going to be quite a project, but we need to do that. I want to build a gold farm. I want to build an ender, and I do actually want to build a sand generator. I know a long time ago I said that I thought sand generators were cheating. Well, it's part of the game. They haven't patched it out yet, so I'm going to build a sand generator because that'll just make life a whole lot easier because I don't have access to a desert at the moment. So anyway, I've been rambling long enough. That's going to do it for this episode. If you liked it, please leave a like and all that good stuff. Follow me on Twitter, on Twitch, etc. And I will see you guys next time for another episode of Scott's Minecraft Adventures. Goodbye.